Hello students, now in this video we will discuss about the structure of nucleus. Up to now we have discussed the number, position, shape, and now we will discuss the internal structure of the nucleus. And when we talk about the structure, you know that nucleus is of different shapes, but when we discuss the structure, we take the normal, generally found the shape of the nucleus, which is the circular nucleus. So here we are discussing the circular nucleus. Let's start. What are the parts of the nucleus? Nucleus has the two membranes. As you all know that nucleus is made up of two membranes, and these two membranes of the nucleus are known as nuclear membranes. It is made up of two membranes, and this is nuclear membrane. These nuclear membranes are also known as karyotheca. The word which we can use for this word nuclear membrane is karyotheca, because you know that karyo word comes from the word carrion. That's why the nucleus is also known as carrion. क्योंकि हम nucleus को carrion भी बोलते हैं, वहीं से ये name आया है karyotheca. That is the membrane of the nucleus. So nucleus has a membrane that is known as nuclear membrane, and this nuclear membrane is have two membrane. One is outer membrane and another membrane is inner membrane. It is made up of two membranes. One is outer membrane and another one is inner membrane. Outer membrane is a membrane which is in connection with the ER, and inner membrane is the smooth membrane. Both of these two membranes have 60 to 90 Armstrong of thickness. Means these are the two membranes. This is the inner membrane and this one is the outer membrane. Both of these two membranes are of 60 to 90 Armstrong thickness. So this is the thickness. Here you can see that when we draw the structure of the nuclear membrane, we left some gaps. यहाँ पे कुछ gap बीच में छोड़े गए हैं. The reason for these gaps is that these membranes are not in continuous manners. Means ये दोनों membrane जो होती हैं ये continuous नहीं होती. At some places nuclear outer membrane joins with the nuclear outer membrane joins with the inner membrane and then joins and then left a gap in between there. यहाँ पे बीच में gap present रह जाएगा, and this gap is known as nuclear pore. So these are the pore-like structure which is present between these outer and nuclear membrane, and these are known as nuclear pore. These outer and inner nuclear membrane have some space also in between these two membranes. There is a space is present. This space which is present between these two membranes is known as perinuclear space. This space is known as perinuclear space, and the means we can say the thickness of that space is of almost 100 to 500 Armstrong. इतना साइज का स्पेस होता है जो दोनों मेम्ब्रेन्स के बीच में प्रेजेंट है. आउटर मेम्ब्रेन which is related with the ER, it's making the, or it is related with ER. यहाँ पे ER के साथ join हुई हुई है, और we can say that ER emerges from or forms from the outer membrane, and inner membrane is the smooth membrane. Between both of these two membranes, the space is present, which is known as perinuclear space, and the thickness of this space is 100 to 500 Armstrong. So this is about both type of membranes, outer and inner membranes, and between these two membranes the gaps are present, and these gaps are known as nuclear pore. Now let's see what are the function of these nuclear pores. These nuclear pores which are present between these two membranes, these nuclear pores are very much in number. Here बहुत सारे nuclear pore present होते हैं इस पूरी membranes के बीच में. The numbers ranges from 1000 to 10,000. 1000 से लेके 10,000 तक nuclear pore present होते हैं इन दोनों membranes के बीच में. And the diameter of this nuclear pore is around 800 Armstrong. 800 Armstrong का होता है. Like we have shown gap. यहाँ पे हमने gap दिखाया हुआ, but इतना ज़्यादा gap नहीं होता. They are just a very small space, and these spaces are filled with a ring-like structure. ये जो nuclear pore है, ये space एक ring-like structure से fill होता है, and these ring-like structure, this is present in such a manner. Like this is membranes, and in between these two membranes, the nuclear pores are present. They are present here in such a रिंग लाइक स्ट्रक्चर, इस तरीके से एक रिंग लाइक स्ट्रक्चर में प्रेजेंट होते हैं, एंड दिस रिंग लाइक स्ट्रक्चर इज नॉन एज एन्युलाई, इट इज नॉन एज एन्युलाई, तो ये एन्युलाई की फॉर्म में होगा, एंड दिस टाइप ऑफ पोर्स आर नॉन एज एन्युलेटेड पोर्स, and the diameter of these pores are 800 angstroms, and they are very large in number, 1000 to 10,000 pores can be present in the nuclear membranes, and these pores are the site by which the materials from inside the nucleus can go outside the cytoplasm. nucleus से बाहर cytoplasm में अगर कोई material जाना है या फिर बाहर से कुछ भी nucleus के अंदर आना है, all these transportation of material is controlled by these nuclear pores. इन सब की controlling जो है वो nuclear pore ही करते हैं. And the shape of these nuclear pore mostly found the shape, generally जो shape मिलती है, the shape is octagonal. octagonal shape के होते हैं nuclear pore. Shape of the nuclear pore is octagonal and they have very large in number. So this is about the nuclear membrane. Two membranes, outer membrane and inner membranes. Between these membranes, the space is present, which is perinuclear space. And they have pore, which is responsible for controlling the transportation of material from inside to outside of the nucleus. Next part of the nucleus, after the nuclear membrane, the next part of the nucleus is nucleoplasm. As you can see, देखो जैसे यहाँ पे आपको बहुत आसानी से दिखाई दे रहा है, when we go inside the nuclear membrane के अंदर एक liquid fill रहता है, and that liquid is known as nucleoplasm. This liquid is known as nucleoplasm. This nucleoplasm is transparent होगा ये, semi-fluid and colloidal solution. This is transparent, semi-fluid and colloidal solution which is present inside the nuclear membrane, and this is the site, this is the nucleoplasm. The complete space is filled by the nucleoplasm, and this nucleoplasm have rich in enzymes. This is the site where most of the enzymes are found. It's a site where many enzymes are found. It's rich in enzymes, and the enzymes which are found here are related with DNA replication. The main enzymes which are present here is related with DNA replication. DNA replication से related enzyme जो है वो यहाँ पे इस nucleoplasm के अंदर मिलेंगे. Like in the case of DNA replication, अगर हम देखते हैं, almost 10 types of enzymes are required for DNA replication, like DNA polymerase, topoisomerase, helicase, etc. So all these enzymes which are responsible for DNA replication, they are found in the nucleoplasm. Besides these enzymes, it also contains nucleosides. Nucleosides भी यहाँ पे present होंगे, nucleosides. And it also contains divalent ions. Divalent ions are also present. These divalent ions are like magnesium ion and manganese ion. These ions are responsible for the DNA replication process, and that these are the very important ions. So these ions are also present inside the nucleoplasm. Besides this, this nucleoplasm also contains tRNA, because all these are formed inside the nucleus, so they will remain here also. tRNA, rRNA and mRNA. All these types of RNAs are also found in the nucleoplasm. And this is about the nucleoplasm is a transparent, semi-fluid and colloidal solution which contain many enzymes. Now, in this nucleoplasm, you can see that there some more structures are found, like we will discuss about now next. This structure, this rounded structure which is present inside the nuclear membrane in the nucleoplasm, this rounded structure is nucleolus. अब हम बात करेंगे इस structure की. This is nucleolus, the another part of the nuclear structure. So the third part of the nucleus is nucleolus. Now what is this? This nucleolus, if you talk about this historical background related to this nucleolus was first discovered by Fontana. So the name of the scientist who discovered the nucleolus is the Fontana, and he discovered the nucleolus in the eel cell. eel cell के अंदर इन्हें discover किया गया था. And the term nucleolus given by Romans, discovered by Fontana. Okay, This nucleolus is rounded structure, round necked, and it is slightly irregular. Exactly हम इसे round भी नहीं बोल सकते. It's slightly irregular structure and it's necked, means it's do not have membrane. It's without membranous structure. यहाँ पे कोई membrane present नहीं होती, इसलिए इसे हम बोल रहे हैं that it's a without membranous structure. And this nucleolus is the without membranous structure, but it seems like to be covered by a membrane. ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे ये membrane से covered है, because these thread-like structures, which are the chromatins, which are present inside the nucleus, they cover the nucleolus. ये nucleolus को इस तरीके से cover करते हैं that they form a structure covering, outer covering of the nucleus in this manner. Like here, we can see that these are the chromatins. These chromatin, perinucleolar chromatin, they are known as perinucleolar chromatins. These perinucleolar chromatins are form the internal or periphery of the nucleus. These are the chromatins. These chromatins cover the nucleus in such a manner that it looks like that it has a membrane, but it do not have membrane actually. यहाँ पे कोई membrane नहीं है. These are the chromatins which cover the periphery of the nucleolus, and these chromatins are known as perinucleolar chromatins, which are forming the periphery of the nucleolus, and these chromatins which are forming inner side of the nucleolus, they are known as internucleolar chromatins. They are internucleolar chromatin. And let's see what we are discussing. We are discussing about nucleolus, which is a rounded but slightly irregular necked, and it's a without membranous structure, but it seems like to be covered by a membrane because these chromatin fibers cover the nucleus, and they are forming such a structure that the two types of chromatin, perinuclear chromatins forming the periphery of the nucleolus, and internucleolar chromatin, they are forming inner side of the nucleolus. Inside this, here an amorphous fluid is filled here, or amorphous liquid is filled, material is filled here, which is known as pars amorpha. This is the pars amorpha is filled inside the nucleolus. अंदर के अंदर nucleolus के अंदर present होता है pars amorpha. This is the amorphous material, and this pars amorpha, with this pars amorpha, some granules are also present here. यहाँ पे granules भी present रहेंगे, and these granules are the site. These granules are the site which is responsible for the protein and RNA synthesis. So they are involved in the synthesis of protein and R. The main function of the nucleolus is related with the synthesis of ribosome RNA. ये RNA synthesis में responsible होती हैं, and besides this, the formation of RNA, formation and storage of RNA, they are also responsible for the formation of spindle fibers during the division of the nucleus. When the cell cycle happens, cells divide, nucleus also divide. At the time of nuclear division, the spindle fibers are formed, and these spindle fibers are also formed with the help of nucleolus. So this is about the nucleolus. It has peripheral chromatins which are known as perinucleolar chromatin, and inside internucleolar chromatin, the amorphous material is known as pars amorpha. Granules are formed which is responsible for the formation of proteins and rRNA. So RNA, it is the site where mainly the RNAs are formed. So it is means it is responsible for the formation and storage of proteins and RNA. The nucleus organized from a specific region on the chromatins, and the region by which they are associated with the chromatins are known as node or nucleolus organizing region. This is the site by which the nucleolus are associated with the chromatins. It is known as nucleolar organizing region. So this is the site. This is the site by which they remain associated with the chromatins. It is known as nucleolar organizing reason. So this is about the three parts of the nucleus. The first one was the nuclear membrane, which is known as karyotheca. Nucleoplasm, it is also known as karyolymph. इसके लिए जो word हम use कर सकते हैं, that is karyolymph. And the third part of the nucleolus. The next part of the nucleus, which is present inside the nucleoplasm, are the thin thread-like structures. These thin thread-like structures are known as chromatin. So here we will write the fourth part of the nucleus. These thin thread-like structures are known as chromatin. इनका नाम होता है chromatin. They are in the nucleus, which is present in the interphase. Interphase मतलब when the cells prepare itself for the cell division. जब cell division start नहीं हुआ, cell just preparing कर रही है, उस time पे interphase जो nucleus होता है, उस time पे chromatins जो होते हैं, they are remain in the thin thread-like structures. Just एक thread-like structure है. At that time we call it chromatin fibers. Chromatin or chromatin fibers because they are fibers or thread-like structures. But when cells divide and in the dividing cells, these chromatins become condensed and now they will be known as chromosomes. So chromosomes are also formed from these chromatins. इन्हीं chromatins से ही chromosome बन रहे हैं, पर कब बन रहे हैं? जब ये chromatin condense हो जाते हैं, thick हो जाते हैं, then we call them chromosomes. And these chromosomes are found in the cells when it is dividing cell. जब वो division कर रही है. And these chromatins or chromosomes are the site of the transfer of genetic information, or they are responsible with the hereditary functions because they are formed from the DNA, and DNA is the thing which is responsible for the transmission of genes from one generation to another generation. So this is about the chromatins. These are the thin thread-like structures and they become condensed and now they will called as chromosomes when cells is in the dividing stage. So here we discuss the internal structure of the nucleus. It has four important parts: nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm, nucleolus and chromatin fibers. In the next video, we will discuss about the types and complete structure of the chromosomes in detail. So keep watching, keep studying and keep learning. Thank you.